Catch-up.
Listen, the country of France, pay one of the OpTic members to come represent you guys and be on a team out there. They'll lead you to victory.
Well, here we go. The replay now underway. On board with Karma. He's still going to be going with the Armored Class. Nice shots there as he picks Riskin off the firebox.
Oh, this time.
Yeah, I
Formal
thought,
sound just completely changed.
Well, I thought the loadout I saw at the bottom, we started talking. I'm like, oh, opening break, he's got the FG. And then all of a sudden, we switch over and he had the sub.
OpTic didn't like the last break off.
Apparently, yeah.
So now they change it up for this one. Mauls with the two-piece. Remember, I mentioned him. Mauls is the guy that in a lot of these scrappy hard points so far for Vitality has been the one, for the most part, holding his own. I can think of multiple times on St. Marie in that bottom middle where he's been an absolute beast. It's the rest of the team that at times begins to lag behind.
Now, little does this Vitality player know that he was spotted by Scump. So Scump's going to tuck away in a corner. There's the first kill. Second in front as well. Big plays by Scump, fighting for spawns. You still have a couple players in lights right now for Vitality, but what looked like, I think in their eyes, pretty good control for the rotation falls apart because of Scump.
Look at what Scump just did on this rotation. Kills the guy holding the spawns, snaps on the second for the challenge, nades the guy in the hill and gets him weak so Karma can challenge, and then baits himself out and trades a kill for the final player, gets involved in every engagement there. Big reason why OpTic have yet to give up a point is because he single-handedly wins a rotation for OG. Can
we check something? Can we check Formal real quick? Did he switch to us? Okay, so he has swapped. I was just curious if it was the opening break or if maybe they were mixing things up.
But isn't this what you'd love to see? On Karma, he's rocking the Armored Prime, right? Making sure, he's got what he needs for gunfights. He can blast through those stuns. Formal, who you're just kind of letting run around and just be annoying. Airborne Hunker, speed, eating a nade if he needs to. You know his shot's going to be good enough. He's not worried about running primed. It's a smart class breakdown for OpTic.
Karma is on a 6 streak right now. He was very close to picking up streaks if he can keep this going. And he's going to be pivotal. Pivotal. Dude, why do I struggle with that word? Pivotal.
Isn't that the second time
you've done that? Pivotal. Great new words, but there's the streaks. As he's able to pick them up top mid, but it is Vitality in the hardpoint now. They're down huge because of the opening 2 hardpoints. But this is a particular hardpoint where you can't get a ton of time. Maybe they can make a play here and crawl back into this.
Yeah, they're doing a smart setup right now, keeping the pressure towards this front door. Essentially like an assembly line setup, right? You have your first line of defense. The second he dies, the next person falls into his place. They come off spawn. They just pick up their closest positioning and hold that spot. Right now, it's risking his job, hold the back door. Unfortunately, OpTic Gaming members have recognized that's the weak part of the setup. They've flooded it and broken, and now OpTic are going back to expanding on this lead.
Riskin there tries to get away with his life. He tags Formal, but runs right into...
Oh, gosh. How many
Karma then?
So does Karma have... Oh, my goodness.
And this, I mean... I told you they're able to win games when it's scrappier now, but they also can still do this to you, where you have a couple minutes into the game, 2 players fully streaked out, and the slaying edge completely to OpTic.
Can we check Scump's class for 1 second? Oh, see, like, this is where it's scary. You have Scump and Formal running Airborne Hunker PPSHs. You have Karma, who's got the Armored Prime for when he's got to get down and dirty in the hardpoint, and then Krim, who's only got 11 engagements in total, basically just putting his feet up and playing this map.
And this is what I mentioned before this map. This isn't a map where Krim is going to statistically usually shine. It's going to be on those 3 subs. This is very reminiscent of what we saw. But, I talked to him after the match with Rise, and he said, like, they were doing their job. It was, like, fun for me. I stood near the hard point and watched them run around and kill everything. Very much what you're seeing here is everybody drops for Vitality, all now popping here on water side. He already had Karma in a position to try and make a play, but Whalers will get the better of him. Roaming in fire is going to be Formal as he wins a one-on-one gunfight, but will effectively be traded out. But I know we haven't pointed the scoreline out too much because it's not very close. Unfortunately, this is kind of what you expect in this matchup.
Yeah, the 14 kill difference now with 2 full sets of streaks. Karma's already close, trying to go for this pinch on the spawns. And look at that. They've cleared everyone out during that streak, so he knows I'll just go for the next person pushing. That's from lower docks.
And this is usually a hard point that'll be relatively back and forth. It can be easy to contest at times, but they're spawning them out so far and have so much control. I mean, this has been uncontested points so far for OpTic.
But even back to the point with OpTic and where they've struggled a little bit, this was a map that in the past, their setups got broken a lot when they rotated. Right now, for every time OpTic has rotated or gotten control of a hill, they have not given up a second of time. It happened on the first hill. It happened, obviously, on the second when they were up like 70-0. And then once they broke the lower docks, which Vitality got 31 seconds, they have not looked back since.
approaching the 200-point mark now as Scump continues to roll. A couple kills in a row. He's 18-8, tags up multiple. We'll see if they get finished by OpTic Gaming. But now let's rotate out to our next set of rotations, as it doesn't look like we're going to see very many hard points in this game one.
No. Vitality will be here first. A split spawn from OpTic might actually help them out here, as I don't think Vitality are prepared for people to literally come from every single angle. Fighter Pilot comes in with 2. That'll push everybody on out of the hard point. OpTic Gaming now going to break the 200-second mark, Maven. It looks like we got a 100-point club to start this series.
It certainly does. Karma now tucked away inside a fire, gets a free kill, tacks up a second in the back. There's a third there at Water, which is Whalers. He calls him out, and Scump able to finish it. You saw how scary right there this OpTic Gaming team can be. How many times has it been? I know 4 down, not as important as something like CTF, but the number of times they just cleanly wiped him off the map is kind of unreal.
This switch for OpTic just looks so much better. It just looks so much better. Crim was just water stairs there with an FG42, and the rest are just sprinting around with SMGs. It just frees them up to play a completely different play style that we haven't seen from them so far in this game. And when you have Former who's still absolutely able to hold his own with that SMG, it's got to be a great feeling.
Oh, it helps when you shoot very, very straight. It turns out that the gun you have doesn't matter. He started out, what, 9-6 on a 3 streak. He's now on a 6 streak. He's now exploded to 23-11.
They actually, the spawn just flipped on him. They actually were just pushing so far forward that everyone that spawned lower just wound up spawning out.
Well, based on the way this game has been going, I don't know that it matters where OpTic Gaming is spawning.
Oh, no. Not at all. They'll get out of the hill for a second. A couple more pushes left for Vitality. Either way, though, -10 from Malls, -8 from Xerox, -6 from Whalers, -8 from Riskin. Rough map.
Yeah, and we're going to see another hard point due to the fact that they cleared him out for a second, but it's likely going to be one more. Vitality was set up in docks the first time through, and that's where they got a majority of their time. But I mean, right now it just seems like a matter of moments here before OpTic's able to probably get a break here in transition. They only need, what, 8 more points here?
Yeah. And here it should come with this pinch developing now from Karma. Should have the drop on 1 here momentarily. Looks like he'll go ahead and call us. Oh, I thought he was calling a streak, but no.
Yeah, it looked like it was for a moment, just kind of based on what you saw there on X-Ray. Couple of kills going to OpTic. Scump down low. Whalers has got to make the kill here, and things definitely going to fall apart. Unfortunately, it's not just Scump here now. The entire OpTic Gaming team is now in. They're at least contesting. Once they find this kill, it may be done. There's the break. This should be the final couple of ticks here. A convincing victory for OpTic Gaming in map 1.
Yeah, GG. 250-70. OpTic go up 1-0. A quick note there on that final hill. It almost reminded me of how TK play it, where they're fine with contesting. They wait for the opening that they need. You saw there, it was kind of like a 4-man alive on each team. A first blood came in, and then they just sorted the guy in the hard point, broke him out, and then it was all done. OpTic make things look easy to start their week.
Well, it's funny.